Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope you're all using this time well to fight the war against the Grey. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the meta, about the armies we see across the table from us, about the armies we ourselves bring to the table, and what this time off of the game might do to those armies, and how it might affect things like tournaments, events, even your local games club, and how we play and how the game actually functions. So this is by no means fact, this is by no means any sort of popular idea. This is just something that popped in my head and I thought I'd discuss a little bit and see what you think. I'd really love to hear your ideas on how you think this time off might affect the quote-unquote meta of the game. And yeah, so my thoughts are that when this all sort of ended, we only just got a brand new book. I mean, the FAQ for Seraphon only came out once most countries were already well underway in their current situations. And yeah, so I feel like when we come back, it's going to be like having this brand new book in the meta because no one really got a chance to play Seraphon at all. And so that's one thing to consider. Like, it's going to be a new book. Like a new book is just hit the meta straight out the gate. And the difference between this book and the others is that people are going to have had time to look at the Seraphon battle tome. There's going to be an FAQ out, so there's not going to be any broken or busted stuff out straight away. That's all been solved, hopefully. Potentially, whether or not you agree with some rulings in the FAQ, that beside, but the book is as it is and as it's meant to be. So with this, I really think we're going to be like a new book when come out. Now, the other one is straight away after we come back, we're going to have the two releases. You can see the pictures I got up there of both the Gargants and the Lumineth giant moo cow, the battle cow. We're going to have two new armies hitting the battlefields pretty early on once we go back, so they're going to change up the meta again. It's going to have these three brand new armies coming into play really quickly. And it's going to be like, how 2019 was, and it never left, with another army hitting the game table every other week. But the most interesting thing I've thought about is people often talk about and theorize particular gimmicky lists or lists that particularly can't be built in a small amount of time, and once the meta moves on it sort of changes. And so it got me thinking of, like, what if we see these weird lists finally? What if these people who were painting the 300 clan rat army actually managed to get 300 clan rats painted because they've got nothing else to do? What about people who've got armies of full Cities of Sigmar armies done with nothing but monsters, or and not just on like what you're actually facing, but how the armies look? People are going to have time on their hands for those leisure products and those leisure armies, those works of love and labour that they have, which is also going to be like quite interesting to see how if the hobby level increases when we get back. But back to the meta, I really think we're going to see a lot more different lists that people have thought up and built and painted and always had there but never really got a chance to run. And I think like all those unloved armies that, especially after a year like 2019, where there was just battle tome after battle tome after battle tome after battle tome after special edition book after battle tome, and so on, that we might see those armies that sort of got left by the wayside. Like, everyone talks about how good Fire Slayers are, but no one plays them because no one had the time to paint them, and straight away there was something else Slaanesh right behind them. When you had Blades of Khorne, straight away there was another army behind them. Even things like Skaven and Infect, there were armies right behind them straight away. And like Cities and Oryx were almost forgotten because at times, and like, well, people actually managed to get those armies on the table that they had in this backlog because they found and played something newer that was cooler to them. And so when we see people playing different armies and your friends playing armies that project that they've always had that in the cupboard, and you keep, giving them a bit of rib about like, oh, you should paint up your blah, blah, blah. And so when we see those armies finally hitting the table, I think it's an interesting thought on like how much the game might change from us doing, not from us, from Games Workshop literally being in a standstill, and how much the game might actually change because us, the players, finally have a chance to catch up with all these projects. I know I've been diligently fighting the war against the Grey. I've almost painted up my entire Warhammer quest sets myself. And I'll probably start moving on to my Caradron Overlord's army and start working on my own 40k army of some Primaris Space Marines that I've never got done. I'll probably manage to paint up Stormcast and Ogres that I haven't got done, because who knows how long this could last. I'm in a field that was cut off pretty quickly as a chef, so we were deemed not a good place to be around, so we were closed down pretty quickly where I am. So I've got a lot of time on my hands, although I've still got 2 kids to look after. But I'm going to have armies that people know I have, but they'll finally be painted, and I can actually take them to tournaments, take them to game days, and feel happy that I've got a mostly or fully painted army on the table. So I know myself that my army is going to change a lot, and I'm going to have a lot more options to take to tournaments in the future just because of this. This has really opened up a lot for me to be able to do. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. It's an interesting sort of thought I had in my head, and I thought I'd put it out there and see what you all think of it as well. How do you think this time off might affect the game itself and the meta and all that sort of stuff? Don't forget to leave some comments and let me know what you think down below. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me for today. Just wanted to get this thought off my head and want to know what you think about it. So don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're so close to hitting 700 and we're pushing on to that 1,000. We'll get there by the end of the year, I swear. Thank you to everyone who does already support the channel. You guys are great. Thanks to everyone on our Patreon. I hope you all stay safe, stay well, and fight that war against the grey. I'll see you again next time. Dad Hammer out.